Inhale slowly, let the breath sink deep inside your chest, and allow the world around you to fade, so we can step into another realm entirely. A realm called Ventaros, a land where the air itself glows faint red as if remembering a war that never truly ended. Ventaros was divided into three great dominions: the Crimson Steppes, the Obsidian Forest, and the Glass Mountains, where the wind carried voices no one dared to answer. For thousands of years, Ventaros remained strangely peaceful, not because its people were kind, but because they feared one thing: the Ember Crown. No one knew who forged it. No one remembered how it was lost. Only one prophecy survived: when the crown awakens, shadows will march without footsteps. Most believed it was a myth. Until the night the sky cracked open. Not like thunder, not like lightning, but with a silent tear of burning red light stretching across the heavens as if the sky were a curtain pulled too tightly. People stared upward as sparks rained down like dying stars. And in the middle of the glowing sky scar, a symbol appeared, a circle of fire surrounding a single black shape that looked like an eye without a pupil. The next morning, war drums echoed in the Crimson Steppes. But they did not come from humans. They came from the Ashbound, an ancient order of warriors who had disappeared centuries ago. They wore armor crafted from cooled magma, their faces hidden behind obsidian masks that reflected no light. They marched without shouting, without signals, without emotion, only a slow, rhythmic stomp that made the ground tremble. Villages fled. Messengers rode day and night to warn the dominions. And everywhere they went, the same words rose behind them like smoke: the Ashbound have returned. In the Obsidian Forest, the trees responded first. Branches twisted away from the sun. The leaves turned black, then silver, as if listening for something in the distance. Hunters walking through the woods reported hearing whispers, voices speaking in a language older than any kingdom. When translated, the whispers said, "The crown is awake." By the third night, the Glass Mountains glowed softly, throbbing with a heartbeat-like pulse. Old tunnels collapsed. Crystal caverns hummed with low vibrations. Seers touched the rocks and fainted instantly, murmuring visions of armies marching across red skies. Finally, the three dominions sent their greatest champions to investigate. From the Crimson Steppes came Varek, the Iron Howl, a warrior whose voice could shatter shields. From the Obsidian Forest came Celira, the Shadow Archer, who could shoot an arrow through candle smoke. From the Glass Mountains came Calith, the Echo Mage, a man who could bend sound into weapons or shields. The three met at Emberfall, the valley said to be the birthplace of the crown. The air was unnaturally warm. Ash drifted from a cloudless sky, falling gently like black snow. As they approached the valley's heart, the ground cracked beneath them, revealing a dim glow, pulsing like a sleeping heart. Then the Ashbound appeared. Hundreds of them lined in perfect formation, helmets gleaming with dying sunlight, their armor glowing faint amber as though lit from within. They did not draw weapons. They simply stood, heads tilted slightly as if listening to the earth breathe. Varek stepped forward, his voice low. "What do you want?" The Ashbound did not answer. Celira raised her bow. Calith lifted a barrier of sound. Then the ground erupted, not with fire, but with silence so heavy it crushed their breath. From the cracked earth rose a throne of blackened stone, its edges glowing faint red, and upon it sat the Ember Crown, floating slightly above the seat, burning softly with fire that made no smoke. The Ashbound knelt instantly. And in that moment, Varek, Celira, and Calith understood: the war was not coming. The war had already begun, but not between kingdoms. The Ember Crown was calling its rightful heir. And somewhere, someone was answering. Take one slow breath in, and let it fall. Because the next chapter of Ventaros would decide the fate of all three dominions, and the world was already shifting toward a war unlike any that had come before.